Okay, boys and girls, we are on our last video for Chapter 7. So please be on the page 7-8, Solving Percent Problems. It's the back page of your notes packet. This means a test will be coming soon. We will talk about that in class a little bit more tomorrow. So today we're going to be working with that percent proportion that we learned from the last video. Let's quickly review what that looks like. So what we have is we have our keywords again of is over of equals percent over 100. So add that into the proportion that's set up at the top of your page. Fill those four words in. So is over of equals percent over 100 are the keywords that we're going to be looking for in our problems. Remember, is stands for the part, so also add that word in, and of stands for the whole. So you should have those words written down right now on the top of your paper. Pause the video if you need to finish writing those down, because we're going to start solving those three problems that you see on your paper right now. So the first one says, what percent of 75 is 6? So I have some keywords that I see here. I see the word of, and I see the word is. So I need to match up which number is closest to which keyword. If you notice, 75 is kind of tricky because 75 is in between both the words of and is. However, is there any other number next to of? There's not. So of is going to match with the number 75, and is going to match with the word 6. So you're just kind of looking for those keywords and partnering them up almost. So what I'm going to do is, since I have is in my numerator, is matches with the number 6 because that's what 6 is closest to. So I would substitute in 6 where the word is. So is tells me what number to put in that spot. In my denominator, I have the word of. Well, 75 matches up with the word of according to my problem, so I'm going to put 75 in the bottom. Now, I don't have a percent. In fact, the word what is next to the word percent, so percent is what I do not know. So I'm going to leave that there blank, and then I always know the number 100. So this is how I would write my proportion in order to solve it. From there, we're going to do what we always did, and we're going to multiply our diagonal across and divide by that last number. So on your calculator, you would type 6 times 100, and then you would divide that by our last number of 75. Hit equals to get our answer of 8, and since I was solving for the percent, I would put a percent sign behind it. Let's try another one to see if you guys are seeing kind of what's happening here. Let me move everything up here. Now I have 50 is 40% of what number? So again, I'm always going to look for my keywords first. I have the word is, I have a percent symbol, and I have the word of. Now you need to start matching up what numbers are next to which keywords. I see that the word 50 is next to the word is. Now, some people might think that the number 40 is next to the word of, but what's even closer to the number 40? Right behind 40 is the percent symbol. So this is 40%. It all goes together. And there is no number next to the word of because the word what is next to that. So what I would do is I'd have my proportion again. Is goes in my numerator, so I'm going to put 50 in my numerator. I don't have a of, so I'm going to leave the of there. That's my missing number. Percent goes in my top numerator on the right side. 40 is next to the percent, so I'd put 40. Again, the percent is always out of 100. So, just like always, I multiply diagonally straight across and divide by the last number. So now this time, I would do 500 times, oops, not 500 there, let's start over again. I would do 50 times 100, and I would divide that by my last number of 40. When I do that, I get an answer of 125. So 125 would be my missing number. Okay, we have one more example hiding here down at the bottom that I'm going to pull up. Hopefully you guys can keep seeing this on the screen. So it says, what number is 42% of 80? Again, let's look for, again, just like always, my keywords. I'm going to look for the word is, I'm going to look for the word percent or the percent symbol, and I'm going to look for the word of. Now, if you notice, 42 is right in between the word is and the percent sign. But This is 42% is what it actually says in the problem. So the percent sign matches with the word 42 and the word of matches with the word 80. Again, if you're matching things up and all of a sudden you're left with a number that doesn't have a word next to it because you matched things up wrong, go back and try matching them up again. So, oh, you guys love when that pops up in class. Sorry again about that in the video. This time we know that the word does not have anything by it. So in fact, is going to match up with the what number. So is going to stay in my proportion. Of matches up with 80. 42 goes in the percent spot, and 100 is going to be my last number. I'm going to multiply my diagonal across, so I would do 80 times 42, and I would divide that by 100. When you do that, you get a decimal answer, which is okay to get. I get 33 6/10. Okay, now this one's not on your paper, but how do we solve word problems? Well, we need to remember that it's is over of, but it's also part over whole. So when I read this word problem, be thinking about what is the part and what is the whole in my problem. So a portable DVD player costs $225 before tax at an appliance warehouse. What is the sales tax rate if the tax is $18? Well, I don't know how much you guys know about sales tax, but they always charge you a certain percent. So the sales tax is the percent. I don't know the percent though. That's what I'm solving for, it says, because it didn't give me a percent in my problem. So I'm going to write percent over 100. So now I need to think about the numbers 225 and 18. I need to decide what is part of the cost and what is the whole cost. Well, 225 is what the entire DVD player costs. So that's my whole amount. So again, you just need to think, what are the numbers representing? 18 is the tax. Well, tax is just part of what you pay for an item, so that would go in the part spot. So sometimes in word problems, you don't look for is and of, you look for the part and the whole. From here, you're able to solve this just like we always have been. I multiply the diagonal together, so I would do 18 times 100, and then I divide it by my last number of 225. So you get an answer of 8, and again, I solve for a percent, so it'd be a percent sign. We'll practice this a lot in class tomorrow. We got some fun activities to do, so see you on Thursday.